Previously, we made our way up to Pai. What started as nerves on a mountain road turned into unforgettable days of tipsy tubing, creative community, and a new tattoo to mark the moment. In this video, we head back down to Chiang Mai. The ride back down feels different, calmer, familiar. Back in the city, Suroy continues to impress, and we slow down as much as we can. Long meals, favorite spots, and soaking in Thailand one last time. This is our quiet goodbye, not to a place, but to a chapter that changed us. Back in Chiang Mai, everything felt easy and familiar, like slipping back into a place we already knew. Our morning started the same way, yoga at Uakhart Public Park, tucked into the southwest corner of the city. It quickly became part of our routine. Chiang Mai mornings were busier than Pai, louder and less serene, but there was something comforting about the rhythm of it. The rest of the days were simple, walking everywhere, hanging out, eating as much local food as we could, no rushing, no big plans, just intentionally doing less. And with the weather feeling like perfect tropical warmth, I found myself savoring it more. Knowing that it was the last bit of it for a while made every slow moment feel worth holding on to.
And then we can't do it in Canada, do it in Thailand.
And since it was our second time in the city, we didn't have a long checklist left. Just one thing we never got around to before, a live Muay Thai fight.
My first live fight. Yeah, I'm gonna be so horrified being violent.
We're so close.
It was my first time, and even from the start, it was louder and more intense than I expected. The music, the rituals, the crowd, seeing it live felt almost shocking at times, more violent than it looks on screen. We thought we picked seats far from the ring, but we ended up right there, close enough to see every hit, every reaction. It felt almost overwhelming. Definitely a show, but still deeply cultural. It was a perfect way to spend one of our last nights in the city.
We just finished the Muay Thai fight, and I had so much fun. Definitely worth doing, even though it's a little bit more pricey. 600 baht a ticket, but definitely worth it. We saw so many knockouts, so many finishes. In the beginning, I thought it was a little rigged because all the foreigners were being the Thai people, but then the Thai people won like the last 4 fights. So overall, great card, great event, highly recommend. And yeah, it was quite vicious. So gotta see some modern violence. Did you enjoy the Muay Thai fight?
Yes, I did. It was so much. Actually, I knew it was going to be exciting. I thought I was going to be more horrified, but it was great. I was not rooting for the white guys.
Remember when I said that Suroy was crazy, fearless, and downright unbelievable?
Are you ready?
Kind of.
It's kind of.
Let's start. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, he's about to prove me right again. Suroy has his personal goal to run a marathon every single year, no matter the circumstances. No excuses, no rescheduling. This year, 30-degree heat in Thailand, 0 training. Did you hear that right? 0. Like, nada. None at all. He went for a run once this entire trip, and that was months ago in the Philippines.
I got Ikigai and How to Listen. And I got some minimalistic. I got my favorite Morgan Housel. All right, so we're about to start. Feeling a little nervous. This will be my 7th year in a row running a marathon, and this will probably be the hardest one. I've only done 3 runs this year, and it's gonna be tough, but I gotta do it, and we'll see how my body's doing. Time to head out.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Have fun. Please be safe.
All right, 400 meters. Ankles feel a little tight. Hopefully that loosens up. But we found the moat. That's the moat. We're just gonna do a bunch of laps around Chiang Mai and enjoy the day. Oh my God. First kilometer almost done. First turn. It is not as cold as I expected. So I'm gonna do 1 8-kilometer loop and then switch clothes when I get back to the hostel for my second lap. 2.2 kilometers. Not bad. All right. I lost the battle. Took off the shirt. It's so much nicer. Heart rate's lower. But it's only like 7 o'clock. Getting quite hot. It's only 7:20. It's gonna be a long day. Oh man. Not looking good. Oh my gosh. Every time I start running, my heart rate spikes. And the goal for this run, to survive, is to do most of it in a zone 2 heart rate, which is quite low. So anytime I get above that, I'm gonna start walking. But I'm not getting very far before it spikes. It's only gonna get hotter. So we're at 4.3 kilometers, 1/10 of the way. And it's gonna take a while. But slow and steady wins the race. Past the first 5 kilometers, I cannot control my heart rate. Anytime I run for like a couple of minutes, my heart rate's spiking. I could keep going, but I feel like it'll catch up with me if I keep my heart rate too high for most of this. So taking a lot of walking breaks, going slow, averaging about 8 minutes and 59 seconds per kilometer, so quite slow. All right, we did 10 kilometers, almost 40% of the way there. Heart rate is so hard to keep low. I think at some point I'm just gonna have to give up, stay in like heart rate zone 4 and just see how long it lasts, but I'm trying to get as many kilometers in a low heart rate as possible. Make sure my body can handle the distance. Try to finish before it gets too hot. Body feels okay. Just getting tired, a lot of walking. And now we're pacing slow, which is part of the plan. A lot of traffic. First food snack of the day. Rice, seaweed, fish. Should be okay. 14 kilometers. Feeling it in my legs. Feeling it in my hips. Knees are good, ankles are good, feet are good. We'll take it. Nice and slow. 17 kilometers. Rounding one more corner. Need to do another 7-Eleven stop. 17 kilometers. 2 waters, 2 onigiris. Probably not enough food or fuel. I gotta up that. All right. Time to go to 7-Eleven. So I dropped off my shirts. I don't know if I can even go to 7-Eleven, but worth a shot. Let's try to get some fuel. All right, that is the first half of the marathon done. We're at the half marathon mark at 3 hours 16.
Do you think you can keep going?
Yeah, it's not gonna be pretty, but hopefully this helps. I get so much sweat in my eyes.
Yeah, you don't want sunglasses?
Nah, it's not gonna help. I drank 1.8 liters so far.
Yeah.
Not sure that's a lot or a little. 2 onigiris, some gummy bears.
Take more bathroom break. All right.
Oh, can I use your headphones? That would be nice.
Yes.
Let's go.
Ready to go, baby.
No, I need to get podcast now. Okay, bye. All right, just over 25 kilometers. Making progress. Oh man, my feet. This seems to be the first issue. Turning to walk. My hip is a little tight this side, but knees are still good. Ankles are good. Shins are good. Probably best case scenario. Another 15, 17 kilometers on these speeds. We're switching from podcast to music. Not music. Motivational features. My playlist. I'm only at 25.5 kilometers, so hopefully that helps the last stretch. Where are you?
I'm in the hotel.
Okay, I'm outside.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Coming.
We're at just under 28 kilometers. Back at the hotel. Quick refuels. Oh, so I elevate my legs maybe. Oh, that feels good.
Oh no. How's it going?
Getting harder. I switched from podcasts to motivational music. I definitely think I was going faster for a little bit.
Dang, you switched to a higher gear, huh?
Yeah, oh man, my feet are hurting. I can't even walk. Oh
no. We got more water for you?
one more 28. We're gonna double fist some liquids. And no videos until I'm done. See you in the next loop. All right. About 200 meters from the 30-kilometer mark. Hardest 10K of the race. And my heart rate is like 5.7, 5.5, which is weird. I'm trying to listen more to my body and it doesn't feel that bad, but we'll see how that changes. Just hit the 30-kilometer mark. We're at 4 hours and 58 minutes. I know my friend Connor wanted me to do it in sub 5.5 hours, which was never going to be the case, but officially off the table. Can't run someone else's race. My goal is like 7 to 8 hours, so I'm on pace for that. Aiming for 7.5. Oh man, I just clocked in a 6 heart rate. I didn't even know it went that high. That's concerning. It's getting quite hot. Yeah, it's actually 12:02, so noon. Sun very bright, but half the time I'm in the shade, so that helps. See how much I got left. 12 more kilometers. We're gonna lose in the shade. Officially at 10 minutes per kilometer. That means we're looking at a 420-minute marathon. 420, so that's a 7-hour marathon. Okay. Taking a quick break. That's 36 kilometers. These guys are done. Whew. 120, so just gonna get hotter. We'll make hour and then cool down, so longer I take the better. Oh, man. 37.2 kilometers. 5 kilometers left. Anyone can run 5K or walk 5K. Almost there. Wow, I can't get into a rhythm. My legs are so tight. It's the curbs, like getting down, jumping up takes so much energy. It's very draining. I think it's tough on my hips. But I'll finish strong, hopefully. 30 kilometers. 2.2 left. Almost done. I can barely climb up the curb. Can't wait to do some stretching. To get a massage. It was a good experience. My body is definitely not in peak endurance form. I start training. Once I get back to Canada, do some strength training, and go back. Good time almost one way. Go. 2 kilometers. M&M's. Oh, so good. About to do 41 kilometers. I'm gonna try to run the last kilometer now. 1.2 kilometers. Oh, wish me luck. Finish strong. 42 kilometers. 200 more meters. Okay.
Good job!
Oh man.
Only 3 days to rest.
There's so many ambulances going by. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna end up in one of these.
Wow,
so
good
hot.
job, Surai. Mwah. Ew, so salty.
7th marathon done. Can chill for the year. There's so many steps. The curbs here are so big. Oh, taking off my shoes felt so good. Mission accomplished. Next year we should train more.
More than 0, you mean?
I ran 2 times this year, okay? Not 0. Maybe we should up that a little bit. Oh, my bottom of my feet are so sore and I couldn't massage it through the shoe. First international marathon.
Oh yeah! That's sick. I mean, you won't qualify for any of them, but
Maybe like
that's
the Paralympics.
fucking sick. Yeah.
Probably not even that. Maybe like the over 90s. Oh, this feels so good. Oh, this is the best part of the day. Oh, you're the best. Oh, it feels so good.
Yeah, the ankles feel good.
Yeah, my left ankle's feeling so tight.
The next day, we head to the park to hang out with our friend Victor one last time. He had just finished a Thai massage course and promised us massages to show off his new skills. It was perfect timing because Suroy is feeling the consequences of his marathon.
I can tell wrong from right when you pull me close. Addicted to the high. Only heaven knows. But it hurts in the night.
What the heck?
Star-crossed lovers are damned to lose. I can tell wrong from
Saying goodbye to Victor was harder than I expected. We met not long ago while volunteering, but somehow he became a friend we'll never forget. That moment, standing there, it hit me how much this trip has changed us. 10 months. So many countries, so many people, so many firsts. It was life-changing, as cliche as that sounds. I knew I loved backpacking, but this experience really solidified it. It has shown me what I want to prioritize when we go home. Freedom, relationships, fearlessness, kindness, peace, and everything in between. Most things are unnecessary. So here we are, wrapping this chapter with our hearts full, proud of what we've done, hopeful for what's next, and ready to carry a little bit of Southeast Asia with us wherever we go.
Alright, camera's about to die. We are about to walk back to the hostel. We said goodbye to everyone. Look how happy Dianne is. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna get our bags, go to the airport, and then we'll be in Japan.
I'm so sad.
Why?
Because we're leaving Southeast Asia.
Yep. Did you have fun? Nice. Glad you came. Thailand overrated? Alright, let's get on a plane before you miss it.